Hello everyone, this is Gary Vanna from Vanna Travel Agency. I'm joined by Skylar Youngs. We are on day 8 of a cruise. We left from Baltimore and we headed all the way down to Charleston, South Carolina, went to Port Canaveral, ended up in the Grand Bahamas, then Nassau, Bahama, and then we came all the way back up for 2 days at sea, and we're going to be back in Baltimore tomorrow. Skylar, how was your very first cruise?
I think my very first cruise was lovely. Absolutely lovely.
All right, so we are going to talk a little bit about this cruise. I'm going to start off with the top 5 things for the cruise for you, Skylar.
Okay, number 1 would be the service. Sorry, drew a blank there. The service. I enjoyed the service a lot. They were great to be around. They were so helpful. They always had smiles on their faces. Whatever you needed, they somehow had. Number 2 for me would be the stops. I really enjoyed the Bahamas. That was just really cool to see. Number 3, I enjoyed the pool. The pool was really fun because you could either swim in the pool or sit in like the shallow end. Number 4 was definitely the dining together. That was really fun. The dining room to dress up. That was amazing. Our waiters were really fun. Number 5 probably was the buffet. It was good. It had a lot of options.
All right, and the only thing I would add to her list is I really enjoyed the snorkeling that we did in the Grand Bahamas. Got to swim with some turtles. You got to see Stingray. How amazing is that? Yeah, that would be our top 5 things that we got to enjoy in the Bahamas. Now, before you take this trip, we're going to give you some tips that we kind of come up with around the ship. And would you like to share a couple tips?
So your rooms are metal, so you can buy metal hooks, then you have storage, extra storage. Also, there's not very many outlets, so you're going to want to bring some sort of plug-in system.
Yes, power strips do help out on this because there are not that many outlets. Another thing I want to bring up is that on this particular cruise we left during spring break, and that was in the end of March. It's going to start off cold because you're still in the Baltimore area, but just wait it out and it will warm up. So the first day you're going to be in sweatshirts, maybe even sweatpants, but as the cruise goes on, it is going to get better and better. And the last day here, we're sitting here in the sun, and it's a beautiful day. So there is that. Number 2. Best value I've found on any cruise ever, the coffee beverage card. That's right, it's about $35 and you get 15 punches, and that's Starbucks quality coffee. In fact, this one is a Starbucks. Some have independent Starbucks coffee shops, and you don't hit those. You hit the one that is done by the Royal Caribbean, but it is a great value. You can get anything you normally would get at a Starbucks. And you said they gave you extra shots for free of caramel and flavoring and stuff like that. So, yep, 1 punch for a regular coffee, 2 punches if you upgrade it to a large or you go iced.
Yeah.
So that's the second thing. Another tip I have for you is something we noticed on this is don't pre-buy your fancy meals if you want to try those out, because when they have slow days of bookings for them, they come around the ship and they start selling those at discount prices. There's a steakhouse on board, it's called Chopped. Chopped is about $55 a person upcharge, and they were coming around and they were not going to be busy on a Thursday night. And they asked us if we wanted to buy it at $29 for the upcharge instead of the $59, and they even offered us $15 lunch instead of the $25 lunch, and then you're getting a 6-course meal at that price, and you're almost paying half price. So unless you really, really want to do it, but if you want to take a little bit of a chance, wait till you get on board, and sometimes they'll come around on excursions or things that did not sell well and start offering discounts for you to go ahead and take that. And my very last tip is a Vanna family tradition. I mean, this is only our 3rd cruise, but dinner in the main dining room and lean into the themes.
Yes, for sure. I had a dress for every night, and I dressed up every night. It was a great time.
All right, so those are our tips for the trip. Now we're going to talk about some of the pros about this ship and then some of the cons, and then we'll give you a final review. What do you got for pros about this ship?
Pros, I personally love the size of the ship. It definitely was more homey. There wasn't a lot of people, so you weren't really necessarily having to fight for a chair, or fight for a hot tub, or fight for a spot in the pool. There was none of that. The elevators wasn't a long wait. So with the smaller ship, you do get some of the added bonuses, I think. Pros, buffet, food, dinner, all of the there was good food. Yeah.
For me, I'm going to have the fact that we decided to go out of Baltimore, so it was a much nicer drive than trying to drive all the way to Florida, because it was just a moving park lot when you're going to Florida. You're looking at a 20 to 23 hour drive. When we went to this port, it was an 11-hour drive. We did it one day, and we're leaving tomorrow, and I'm not dreading the drive because we won't be facing the traffic, even though it will still be 11 hours to head back home. And the second one is, I think this is a fantastic value for the quality combo, and it's a great value along those ways. It only costs us about $630 per person for 8 days and an interior cabin. And so, you know, once you get here, you unpack and the hotel goes to your destination instead of you having to pack and move yourself.
Yeah.
So, some of the cons, though, it's not perfect.
Well, I'm going to add to one more pro. I would say the eight-day cruise is perfect. I think today I'm ready to go home, but it's not like so instead of leaving vacation and being very like, I don't want to go home, you kind of have that nice like, all right, this was great, this was fun. In the last 2 days at sea, you truly get to soak up everything the ship has to offer. Versus we had like one sea day and you're just getting used to it, and then you have your excursion, so you have a busy kind of time, and then you get to just relax and unwind before you go back to the real life. So I think the 8 days is a perfect amount of time. Now the cons, I would say the food options after 8:30 kind of dwindle. I mean, you still have pizza, but if you're not a pizza person, then you're kind of out of luck that way. But they still offer a lot during the day. I really don't feel like I have any other cons.
Two of my cons is that you're going to have to realize that when you pull into any of the ports, you are on the smallest cruise ship out of every one of them. Significantly smaller than the other cruise lines, but that's just one of the cons. The second con is that it would be nice if there was a place where they had an outdoor basketball court, you know, even a half court or something like that, where people can just get out, shoot, just enjoy the weather and enjoy just getting a little bit more active and maybe be more interacting with other people close to your age. So those would be my only two cons. All right, final review. What are you going to give this out of 5 stars?
4.5.
4.5 for her. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Outstanding cruise. We had a we had a great time. So this has been Gary Vanna.
This is Sally Young.
This is Vanna Travel Agency. Just remember, we give you champagne taste on a beer budget.